Hey, y'all, can y'all see me? Been struggling with this thing this morning. There we go. If I could do it like this. Hey, I see somebody watching. Is it working? Can you see me? Been struggling with this thing this morning. I'm out here trying to get rigged up real quick. I'm gonna have to drift baits this morning. The current is crazy out here right now. The kayak's actually struggling to stay in the current. So once I get rigged up, I'm just gonna have to drift. Hey, I see somebody in here. How you doing? I'm trying to get rigged up real quick. Once I get rigged up, I'm gonna drift baits. Current's way too strong right now. The kayak's actually struggling to stay out here. have to use the heavyweights this morning. Hopefully we can get on one of them big blue cats. The spot that I want to go is actually really deep. What's up, Fins and Scales? How you doing? Out here getting ready. I got one bait out sitting here beside me real quick. Turn you so you can see it. I just got it thrown out behind me because the current's too strong for it to stay straight up and down. So once I get my baits rigged up, I'm going to reel it back up. I'm going to head downstream a little bit. And I'm actually going to drift a spot that's about 120 foot deep and see if I can't pull something decent out of there. Do I look okay? Does everything look good on the stream? I'd like to kick my butt this morning trying to get it ready. There we go. I'm glad I took the time to... Sweet, thank you. I'm glad. I appreciate you coming in and watching me, the first person to come in. My wife, you know, you see her, she commented real quick just to say hello, but she's working today. I'm actually going to test out a couple of slime cat rods. I've never used them before. I've been talking to the guy who created them. I got a couple of them. I'm going to test them out today, see how they do. See if I like them or not. Which they seem to be pretty stout. I don't feel any kind of problems, but you never really know till you hook into something big. I know Mike uses them. He likes them a lot. My buddy Joe from Chat Cats, he likes them Silver Cat B&M rods. That's his favorite. Joe actually told me a good spot to go get bait last night. I actually got a hold of the big skipjacks. I got a whole cooler full of them behind me. They were super skittish, though. It was a pain in the butt to get them last night. They were hitting until about 3 in the morning. But my normal methods of getting them just wasn't working. I ended up having to resort to one of my saltwater techniques to actually start catching them. I don't know why they were so finicky, but that storm might have had something to do with it. I was out there fishing in it, and it seemed bad, but it didn't seem too bad. I had no idea I was fishing in a tornado warning. Wouldn't have made any difference anyway. I come up here to fish, so I'm going to fish. Another one. Trying out one of my rigs that I've been making for forever. I don't know if you can see it or not. You'll see a lot of my cat fishing is influenced by my saltwater fishing that I do. A lot of the rigs and stuff I use. Cat fishing is almost like saltwater fishing to me. you're dropping down big baits to really big fish down at the bottom of, deep water. Almost done, and then we're going to be fishing. You doing all right this morning? Surprised you're not watching Justin with old kayak catfishing. I know he's live. I got 3 folks in here. What's up, y'all? Glad y'all came in to take a look and see what I'm up to. I'll be done rigging here in a second. I got a bait thrown out behind me. The current's really strong down here. My kayak's struggling to stay in the current, so I'm going to have to drift baits. What's up, Riley? I just got out here. I was struggling to get this live feed going. It was kicking my butt, but as soon as I get this last pole rigged up and baited, I got a spot over here that's about 120 foot deep. I'm going to drift. I can't sit still like I usually do. The current's too strong. I just got one bait thrown out behind me really, really far so that it'll stay on bottom, so I'm at least got something going while I'm getting rigged up. Yeah, I went out last night and I found the big skipjack. Joe from Chat Cats, a buddy of mine, he told me where to go get the skipjack, and they were super finicky, but the ones that I did get were huge. I got a cooler full of, this is the half of him. I've already put 3 big chunks on these other rods. That's still what's left. They're all this size or bigger. So I got the good baits. The only thing that's got me worried is last night I was catfishing while I was catching bait. I just had one pole out for fun, and I caught one little bluegill, and I put him out, and that was the only bait all night that I tried that got hit. So I'm worried that these skipjack are not going to be the bait that I need, but you never know till you try, right? Once I get over that deep hole, the current should be a little bit better too. It shouldn't be so violent. Another problem is I've got my kayak loaded to the gills today. I got stuff all in it. I got a whole cooler full of bait. I wouldn't have took the whole cooler, but I forgot my kayak cooler at home. So it's the little bag type. Just going to have to go with the big old giant cooler for right now. Alrighty. Get these rod holders filled up how I want them. Y'all doing all right? I know it was storming pretty good last night. I was fishing in it. Alrighty. Bait. All right, I'm about to get drifting. Let me reel this one back in. It's gonna be a little bit rocky because I'm in my kayak, And I don't exactly have the best setup in the world for this, but as I hook fish, I'm just going to have to turn the camera towards the action for you. You know, that's assuming we hook fish. But I'm going to give it my best shot, that's for sure. This over here is where I caught my biggest flathead. So I'm about to go try it again. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get turned around. Woo, the wind's picking up too. Alright, we're going to try to go ahead and get over there real quick. Get set up. It's not a lot of boat action out here today. What's up, Hooks and Hammocks? How you doing? Turn the phone on its side. Yeah, I can try to do that real quick. Let's see. Like I said, I'm new to this, so let's see. It's a little off center. Is that better for you? I'll have to straighten it up here in a second once I get to my location. I know it's kind of off center. What is it, making a wider view for you? Like I said, I'm still trying to learn this thing. If it wasn't for Big Mike, I wouldn't even know that I could live stream. I've been waiting to get to 1,000 so I could live stream. And he sent me a message. He's like, "Oh, you know, you don't have to wait. You could get the streaming service." I'm like, "Really? Dang, I wish I'd have known that. I've been doing this like a year ago." Yes. Okay. Cool. Appreciate it. It won't take me just another minute. I might even actually start drifting right here and just let myself drift into the hole. Fills the screen. Okay, cool. I'll remember that next time. See, that's the cool thing about, I tell you what, man, from all y'all that I see on the live streams and everything, and people that watch my videos, man, the catfish community, y'all are like the best people, dude. I'm on the Tennessee River. I actually snuck up here. I took time off from work, which I really couldn't. You know, I couldn't really afford it, but I'm sick and tired of not fishing. I've been waiting to go fishing, so I come up here to Chattanooga and get out here on my favorite spot. I'm going to the spot where I caught my biggest flathead ever and my biggest blue. Let's see how fast we're drifting. See if I can't slow myself down real quick. Yeah, we're drifting pretty quick. I'll try to straighten y'all up while I got a chance. There we go. Nice. We'll go ahead and get these baits down so while we're drifting, maybe we can get into something. It actually feels like the current's not that bad over here too. Oh yeah, I've had this this autopilot since they came out. I put an order in whenever they first announced them, but I had to wait. They were sending them to so many YouTubers to try out that I had like a year wait time almost. And then when I got it, it took forever to get it registered in my hometown. Lift that up a little bit. But yeah, I'm in the 136 because, you know, I'm a big boy. I got to have a big kayak. I've taken this thing out into the ocean. I took it 5 miles offshore. This thing is an animal. One of my older videos, if y'all go back and watch it, I'm speckled trout fishing, and I got caught up in a storm. I had like 4-foot waves coming up. There we go. All right, we got some baits now. Get out there. Hey, babe. It's better today. Last night I was fishing in the middle of a tornado warning. Probably shouldn't tell you that, but we got 3 baits out. Yeah, actually, so I've been talking to the guy who made the Slime Cat rods, and I bought a couple to actually test out. I'd never seen them before until Mike used them, and I'm all about getting different equipment and trying it out to see how it does. So I got a 6-foot and I got a 5'7", which I think I like the 6-foot better than the 5'7". The 5'7" just seems a little too much like a noodle, but I'm sure it's plenty strong. We should be drifting into that deep water here in just a second. Make sure my rods are on bottom. We just hit the ledge. I felt it roll. Let's see. We're drifting a little fast, but it'll be okay. There we go. Alrighty. I have to look back and forth and adjust these rods as we go. Should be getting like 120 foot here in a second. For everybody in here, I appreciate y'all coming and checking me out. I've been seeing all of y'all in the live chats. I've been itching to go on a live feed with y'all. And hopefully at some point in time today, before everybody leaves, I'm going to start my new series on here called Let's Do Something Stupid. I'm going to try to catch a giant blue cat on a fly rod. That'd be cool. I appreciate it. Yeah, y'all all seem like really cool people. I've been enjoying talking to everybody on the live streams. Actually, I need to lift that up just a little bit. Right there. That seems like a good spot. The only problem I can see out here is there's a lot of gar. I see gar jumping up everywhere. Yeah, we're in that deep water right now. I can feel the baits get deeper and deeper. Got to be careful over here too. There's a lot of rocks. I've lost a lot of stuff over here. Whew. It's a big old boat coming. Ooh, hopefully I don't get swamped. This guy come out of nowhere. It's gonna get rocky here in a second, y'all. Appreciate it. I was hoping there wouldn't be very many boaters out here. And I got another boat coming from the other way. I'm gonna hold on to y'all because it's gonna get rocky real quick. I was hoping being a Friday there wouldn't be very many people, but apparently there's gonna be a ton. Here we go. Get that rodeo. I guess a bunch of people had the same idea I did, come out on a Friday, so if I didn't say it before, it's pretty dangerous to be out here on a kayak. That's why I got the flag going and everything. Hopefully it'll get their attention. What's going on, George Ray? How you doing? Baits are steadily just dropping further and further down. Now, this is the shark water right here. Got old Nessie coming up. This is that deep, deep water. It's funny because one of Justin from Kayak Catfish, one of his videos, he found this spot on Google Earth, and he come down here is where he was fishing at like 105 foot. He caught a bunch of big cats. This is that spot. I'd been fishing this for a little while with several different people, and I usually catch some pretty good fish. I'm hoping maybe there's one down there today. Let's see. Yeah, it's still just dropping further and further down. I don't like putting all of my baits right near bottom because a lot of times these catfish are up off the bottom a little bit. It's just like snapper fishing. Sometimes the bigger fish are up above the structure. What's up, Bobcat? I appreciate everybody being in here. I think that back rod just got hit. No, it's bouncing on the bottom. Reel that up just a little bit. I don't want to get hung up. There's a lot of giant boulders down here. Yeah, you lose a lot of equipment in this area. The current's really not that bad now that I've come around this bend a little bit. I almost wonder if I should just stop and suspend right here. I may do that. I may stop real quick and just kind of see how it'll do. Oh, this front rod just got slammed. We're starting to get into some fish. Bad thing is this spot's pretty bad about some daggum channel cats too. Oh. He's trying for it. I'm going to turn y'all. This one's not on the bottom all the way either. That's what I was talking about. It's up off the bottom a little bit. He didn't take it though. Reel it up a little bit more. Straighten y'all back out. As I get better at this, I should get better equipment. Y'all be able to see more of the kayak and more of me fishing. What up, Broken Pole? Y'all, that IVJ Arnold down there is one of my partners. That's Broken Pole Joe. If you ever seen some of our videos, a lot of times our really good videos, the editing is from him. What's up, Chunky Cats? Wow, surprised to see you on my little low stream. I'm just a baby channel. I got to check this bait, y'all. We already had a good hit. Well, that sucks. I got my other line. That catfish dragged it in. The joys of kayak fishing. This won't take but a second. This bait had that big old gut pocket. That's what he went for. I bet it was one of them stupid channel cats. Well, I shouldn't say stupid. I still like my channel cats, but the channel cats up here aren't as big as like the ones that I catch back home. Now, we don't usually catch big blues, but we usually get some pretty daggum big channel cats. This bait's still good. I'm going to put it back down. Thanks, bud. Hey, man. Oh, Chunky. I got tired of my surf rod, dude, and I just so happened to see your little video about painting rods, because I love how you make your rods look. They look like they come out of a like a nuclear power plant or something. So I took that old surf rod and I painted up. I just so happened to have some of that paint you use. That joker was glowing like a lightsaber last night on the bank. Oh yeah, my wife, she just did her last defense on her dissertation. She is now a doctor, so she's officially the smartest person I know and the dumbest because she married me. Glad she did, though. Ain't nobody else gonna put up with me. I'm gonna try to straighten y'all up real quick, guys. Grabbing y'all by the head real quick. Still didn't straighten it up all the way. Start checking these baits. I think I'm actually gonna spot lock right here. Current's a lot better now that I've gotten around that bend. I should be able to just sit here and kind of fish this spot for a minute. I'm fishing about 120 foot deep right here. Nah, current's picking up. I might as well just let it drift. We'll just have to keep coming up to the top and then drifting back. Just gonna sit here and bounce this bait for a second until I get it straight up and down. I'm actually hitting on the top of a bunch of big boulders down here. There we go. All right. Yeah, she's a smart kid. Told her not to worry. Told her that she was going to crush her defense just like she did her last one, but she was worried. I think this pole right here is either getting hit or it's dragging bottom. Let me reel it up just a smidge, just to make sure. It's a lot of adjusting lines right here. Once I get to this backside, I'm going to drift back up and go back through it again. This is actually a really neat spot. We call it the swish over here. Oh no, I did have a depth finder, but the last time I was here, a log was coming downstream underwater. I couldn't see. All of a sudden, it got rocked. It almost knocked me out of the kayak. I looked down. There was like a 20-foot log. It shattered it. I've fished this spot enough that I know how deep it is. Yeah, Joe, I'm going to try. I've already had one good hit. I'm actually thinking about going ahead and reeling up and getting back up to the top of the hole, because right now I can see my baits are starting to drift out behind me. We're starting to hit the backside of this hole. I'm going to go back up there and drift again. Normally I could sit still. I could put my kayak and sit still, but the current's just too much today. Like the kayak's struggling just sitting there trying to hold its place. So last night, Joe, Chat Cats, he told me where to go get some skipjack, and I went and I actually got a hold of a bunch of skipjack. They were super skittish. I don't know why. I don't know what was up with that, but they wouldn't hit their normal stuff. I ended up having to go to kind of one of my saltwater techniques, and it worked because I was just trying anything to see if they'd hit. But I ended up fishing till about 3 this morning. I got a whole cooler full of giant skipjack. It's got the big boys. Some of them skipjack are almost 3 pounds. Y'all bear with me for a second. I'm gonna get everything rigged back up. We're gonna get back up to the top of that hole and drift again. Yeah, at some point in time today, I was telling everybody earlier, I'm gonna start my new series on my little YouTube channel. This one feels like it ain't got no bait. Huh. About to find out. Yeah, I'm about to start my new series. I'm hoping to do it today while I'm out here in this deep water. I'm going to call it Let's Do Something Stupid. And I'm going to go out there and see if I can't catch one of them giant blues on my fly rod. It's going to be painful. There's a lot of waves out here today, too. All right, y'all, hold on. I'm about to go back up to the top side of this hole and drift it again. Sorry about the wind noise. The wind is kicking, too. We had that tornado warning last night. And I was out fishing in that storm. And it didn't seem that bad until after I got everything set up, and then it was rough. All right, here we go. Man, it's crazy. Even on a Friday, middle of the day, there's a ton of boats out here. Man, you can never get a break, I swear. This old boat ramp I went to, it got tore up in the last big flood. It tore the whole boat ramp off. And there's still bass fishermen that are just coming down here, are just putting their bass boat in, are just backing it down and floating it around until their buddies are basically just having to nose up and then jump off the rock into the boat. It's crazy. I wonder if there's a tournament going on right now. Yeah, that current's so strong. I've got it maxed out. I'm only going 2 miles an hour. Yeah, it will be interesting. Give me a sec. It's going to take a minute to get there. What's up, Brian B? Welcome to my first live. We've already had one good hit. I'm going back up to the top of this deep hole. I'm going to drop baits back down and drift it again. We're fishing like 120 foot of water right here. It creates like a big bowl. It's actually cool because if I fish over here on the other side, if I anchor up, they call it the swish because the current actually hits big boulders and it swirls around. If you put your spot lock on, the current will actually face you downstream. It'll actually turn you around. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Just another second, y'all. About to be right back in it. I'm actually going to get over in the middle a little bit more. Y'all must be bored at work today if you're on my stream. Yeah, everybody here, I appreciate you being here. I've been trying to grow. This channel's almost 3 years old. We would have been at 1,000 subscribers last year, but YouTube did something where they got rid of, I guess, inactive accounts. People hadn't been off or hadn't been on, and it wiped out just tons of subscribers that we had. Which I'd rather have the active ones anyway, but still. Day off, yeah, I decided to take yesterday and today off so I could come up here and try to catch some catfish. This will probably be my last big trip up here for the year. I have to start doing what I call ninja trips, where I just shoot up, fish that day, and then come back that night. Get ready for your evening outing? Yeah. I'm actually going to go live again tonight, too. Big Mike's supposed to fish with me. We're going to fish. I'm not sure where, actually. I'm going to leave it up to him. I think he was struggling to get bait, but I caught so much last night. I told him, don't even worry about it. I got a whole cooler full. Probably got 30 skipjacks in there. But that was to last me today and, tonight. And hopefully tomorrow, I got them all on pretty good ice. All righty, I'm going to go ahead and stop here and start drifting. Let this one go real quick. Are you packing up to go camping? Oh, that's pretty cool. Demon drag got tangled up. That's how I know I let it get too shallow. I don't have an actual demon dragon. Some baits that old Broken Pole Joe made a while back for my giant bass topwater plugs. I never did get a chance to use them like that. So I told him, hey, I know something I could use it for, though. It actually works really great because it's so buoyant. I actually can float a pretty decent sized bait off the bottom. That's funny. The wind and the current's actually holding me right in the same spot right now. Adjust the baits as I start drifting. Alrighty, well, it looks like it's catching us now, so. We had to get these baits down. Yeah, I had one good bite earlier, babe. It snatched the crap out of this rod up front, but he didn't get the hook. Still curious how he managed that, because he was on it. I was expecting to get the bite. I'm just glad it actually turned out to be a good day today. Last night was something with that storm. I don't usually question my actions when I fish. I just fish, but that was a little spooky. There's some stripes hitting right in front of me, busting some shads. That's cool. May actually catch a stripe on these chunks of skipjack. That'd be neat. I'd be okay with that. I've been watching a lot of action on the stripes the last couple of days. Last night when I was catching these skipjack, I had little jigs on, under a cork, and I was catching skipjack after skipjack. Then all of a sudden, I had something just snatch the crap out of the rod. I fought it for a second, and then it was a big old stripe come up. He busted the hook off. I was just fishing 10-pound test for these skipjack. Nothing too fancy, What's up, Creations and Adventures? I just got out here a little while ago, got set up. The live stream, getting it started up, was kicking my butt. But I think I'm hitting this other bait. What's happening? No, it's actually getting a bite. Had a couple of bites already. I'm a little worried that they might be channel cats, though, because that first bite was just kind of pecking at it. Let's see if I can't do this to level y'all out some. There we go. Man, you would think that we'd have a big fish already. This spot is always loaded with good fish. May not always have monsters, but a lot of times it'll have a decent-sized catfish. I had the one good hit I had last night was on a bluegill, and that's the one thing that I don't have today. I tried. All I got was that once. I figured, what the heck, I'll put it out on the surf rod while I'm catching skipjack. And out of all the baits that I used, that's the one that got hit. Okay, we're on the bottom again. Reel that up a little bit. I think we're hung up. We're drifting back up on the shallow side of this hole now. We're starting to go uphill. I'm either getting a bite or I'm hitting bottom over here. Most of these I've got my breakaway system in case it gets hung up. I'll get most of my stuff back. I'm gonna have to just keep adjusting these. I think I'm gonna let myself drift a little further this time. That's twice through that hole and got little bites, but nothing major. So I think I'm gonna just go ahead and let myself drift for a minute. Maybe one of them situations where I need to fish that spot where it turns you backwards up the river and anchor and then just throw some baits out behind me. Let's see. Everybody I've talked to said it's been kind of weird out here on the river last couple of days. I was hoping maybe I could come hit this spot and it wouldn't be so bad, but I don't know. I've at least had a couple of hits, so that's good. See, that's crazy. I don't know. Y'all can't see it, but or maybe you can from behind me, but when the wind blows, it's actually holding me still. I'm not even drifting at the moment. I'm just sitting here. Well, looks like I've got another big boat coming. Man, I thought there'd be hardly any boats out here on a Friday. It's gonna get rough for a minute, y'all. We just in this old baby kayak compared to this giant boat coming by. I'll have to grab a hold of y'all once again and try to keep it from falling out. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't see. Yeah, I'm on the Tennessee River. I'm on a spot. If you watch Justin from Kayak Catfish, he came here about a month or so ago. It's a spot. It's about 105 to 120 foot deep. I've been fishing it for a while. It was funny when I saw that he was actually down here fishing it. For the longest time, it was kind of a local spot. We're all over some rocks right here. You'd think there'd be some flatheads. All right, y'all hold on. He's slowing down, so we may not get rocked as bad. Yeah, what's funny is this same spot where he caught them big fish, this is where I caught my biggest flathead and my biggest blue cat was in this area. It was about a 44, 45 pound blue cat and a 55 pound flathead. I had to go by measurements. I didn't have a scale. So the flathead was, I think it was 46 inches long, and the blue cat was like 43. Yeah, it's getting real shallow right here. Got a storm coming in. Yeah, we had a bad one last night. sweet. He was able to slow it down enough that it didn't mess with me too bad. I think what I'm going to do is before I drift any further down, I'm going to go over here to that spot where it turns you around, and I'm going to anchor up to where it faces me actually downstream. And I'm going to put some baits out because normally, so there's like a, it almost creates like a plateau underwater where the water comes around it. I'll anchor my kayak over the top of it, and my baits will sit around the sides of it. And I usually do pretty good on catching some flatheads over there. Today might be a struggle as far as fishing goes, especially now that all these boats are coming through. I was hoping to avoid that, but I should have known better. You know, the last 2 years, this river has gotten so popular. Like there are people coming out of everywhere, bass tournaments all over the place. You know, I didn't hardly hear about that stuff. Now it's like constantly something going on. Constantly. We were in the middle of the winter one time and thought we would have the water to ourselves. There was nobody out. And then all of a sudden, like a bunch of race boats come through. It was like a boat club or something. And then for the rest of the day, the water was so choppy on the river because it was hundreds of boats. It just ended up being miserable. Yeah, this won't take as long. I'm actually going to motor. It's just over here. There's dock that's on the river. Believe it or not, they're right in front of it. I'll anchor up in front of them, and I'll be in that spot where I'm over the top of that little thing. Yeah, they were pretty big. If you go back on some of my older videos, you could see them. It was pretty epic. I actually had been fishing up here for a while trying to catch a giant catfish, and I caught some at the dam doing like Mike did. I used to do that a long time back before I moved, and I never caught like a big one though, like a 40, 50 pounder out of here. And then 2 days in a row, one day I caught the giant blue cat. The next day I come out and caught the giant flathead. They weren't the only big fish. They were just the biggest ones. I had some, I caught some 20 and 30 pounders that weekend too. It was a killer weekend. All right. Go ahead and motor us over that spot and anchor up. This should take us a little bit out of the current too. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to cut across the river real quick. Should be a lot faster because I'm cutting across instead of actually having to go upstream. I know y'all hear it all the time, but if y'all aren't subscribed to the channel, I would appreciate it if you would. We're trying to grow. I talked to Big Mike. Me and him are going to do stuff together, I guess, every once in a while, see if we can't help each other grow our channels. Not that he needs help. That Joker's channel is growing by leaps and bounds every day. It's just what happens when you catch good fish all the time. Start doing tournaments. You talking about me fishing in tournaments, or you talking about me trying to start my little small time tournament, babe? I wouldn't mind doing tournaments, but I also wanted to start that little Real Beast tournament where it ain't even got to be a bunch of folks. We just all throw in like $5-10, and then whoever wins gets the money. And of course, I'll fish in it, but I won't get the money from it. I'm not gonna take y'all's money like that. I would like to fish in one. Y'all want just another second, we'll be there. Current's a lot better over here. I'm getting almost 4 miles an hour. So I'm going to anchor up on this spot for probably a good 20 minutes. This is one of them spots you got to sit here for a minute or two to really get the best bite. This spot's still like 80 foot deep right here too. This is deep water too. This right here in the middle of you can see the background behind me. It just makes a big V right here. It's just a valley. This is actually the beginning of the gorge over here. If I had a gas motor on this kayak, I'd go downstream and fish that really deep water at like 200 foot water. But the current gets funneled through there, and it's actually too strong for this kayak to come upstream. I'm going to go ahead and spot lock. You'll watch, it's actually going to face me downstream. This is the neatest little place. So the current hits and swishes around. I'll actually be facing downstream instead of upstream this time. This one's just going to stay right here underneath me. And then I might actually put this one on the other side, just straight up and down. And the other two, I'm actually going to throw them out the back. They'll actually sink down. They'll slide downhill. It's pretty cool. This whole spot right here is just neat. It's my favorite spot on the river to fish. It's about right there. Just going to let it start dropping. You really got to fish this area for a while to get the best bite possible. I'm just going to let this one sit completely on the bottom. I'm going to give it a little bit of slack. Cast this one out pretty good ways. Yeah, see, my kayak is not struggling at all right here. This is much, much better. It's partly my fault too, though. I mean, I've got my kayak weighted down so heavy with this giant cooler full of bait back here, but I forgot my kayak cooler, that little bag that goes in here. And so I had to just go ahead and put it all in the cooler, just bring it out here. This kayak can handle it, though. I mean, this kayak can hold up to like 700 pounds. And then we'll throw you out that way. We'll just sit here for a few minutes to see what happens. So the fish actually go around this spot, this like little plateau, that it makes. All right, we're just going to sit here, let it do its thing. Y'all don't mind sitting here with me, we'll talk. See what happens. I got this one bait just straight up and down, the giant skipjack head. And that's what I caught that big blue and flathead on, was a huge skipjack head. I mean, that thing had a head like that. It's one of the biggest skipjack I ever caught. I got a couple other spots that I could drift this morning too while I'm right here. Let's see what chats I missed. Arkansas River, see what I can do. Yeah, seriously. I love trying out new places. That's the cool thing. You got to get out and you got to try stuff. You never know what you'll find. Might go ahead and cut up some bait here in a minute. I'm going to put some fresh pieces on. I got too much skipjack to just be holding on to the same piece the whole time. I'm a believer in fresh bait. If you can help it, you know. You got one skipjack for the day, you better hold on to it. We just got hit. He didn't take it though. He's bouncing it. We'll just let it sit there, let him play around with it, see if he'll get it. This spot's known for some pretty big fish over here too, because it kind of loops back around into that 120 foot of water. Come on, man. Y'all quit hitting picky at it. They're just being so picky with it right now. Like, they're just, when they're hitting it, they're just pecking at it. Man, that drives me so crazy. What I might do here in a minute, y'all, since this is one of my favorite spots, this Demon Dragon one, I might reel this one up and change it to a 2-hook rig and put a whole skipjack down and just try to swing for the fences early. I might go ahead and get the stuff out of the bag and get it ready. Just gonna have to drag my bag up front real quick so I can get this stuff. Man, I wish that catfish would come back, man. Getting all these bites, but they're just not taking the hook. Driving me crazy. There's the 2-hook rig. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and is that me bumping it or did it get it hit? Probably me bumping it. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one ready. I'm gonna throw a whole skipjack on this back one right here. If I get get my hand on the skipjack. I got them buried under a good bit of ice. I'm going to put this on that back one. I'm going to do the whole thing. Why not? You know, why not? Let's see if we can't get a sure enough monster. This big old rod and reel can handle it. I wish I had a live skipjack to put down their hole. That'd be crazy. Do like Joe did when he got that big 30-pound flathead. Chum the water. Yeah, I'm going to put the whole skipjack on this bad boy. Shit, I'm just going to cut it retied. Playing around with it. Where's everybody from? I know old Catfish Terry. He's one of my favorite ones to watch, man. That guy, he trips me out, man. That's a cool cat right there. He likes to know where everybody come from. That's pretty cool. Where are y'all located at? I'm actually from Columbus, Georgia. I travel all over the place. Catfishing's my bread and butter. That's my favorite thing to do. But it's one of three of my favorite fish. I love catfish. I love catching sharks because they're catfish with teeth. It's literally the same type of fishing. And then I like stripes because it makes me feel like I'm at the ocean. Yeah, we're just going to rig up a whole skipjack and put it on bottom, y'all. I made a double hook rig just for this because I knew I was going to try it this time. I didn't get to try it last time I was here. You might get a bite, you might not. You never know. But I'm definitely going to try. I'm going to put a whole skipjack out. I got plenty of them, so why not? Hoping maybe some fresh bait will get them moving. Alrighty. Cut this tail piece off right here so it doesn't get in the way. I don't normally like using the tail piece because it makes the bait spiral, you know. Potomac River. That's pretty cool. That looks like some really good fishing up that way. That's where old Chunky Cats fishes, ain't it? And old Has. Looks like they're loaded full of blue cats up that way. Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool. See if I can't get this rigged correct. There we go. I think as the day goes, too, I'll cut this bait down to size more and more as blood leaks out of it to keep it fresh. Because a bait like this will hold blood forever. Let's see. Come up right there. Y'all see that? Doing my old school shark fishing. Used to back when I used to shark fish all the time. You know, Florida didn't have any laws back then about how many hooks to use on a bait. Now, I never used a ton. I've seen guys use 8 hooks, which I think is overkill, way overkill. But I have done 2 hook rigs, and that's how I used to shark fish. Ooh, a little bit hard to cast that bait like this. All right, we just put out the big bait now. Oh, I hit perfect spot, too. That's like 80 foot of water right there. All right, I'm just going to let it do its thing. I'll go ahead and freshen up all the baits on these poles. Get some stuff with some more blood in it. I see a question. I'll get to you. 1 second. Let me reel this up real quick. Whew, that's in a pretty deep spot, too. So I'm using the Demon Perfect Circles. I'm using the 12-aught. Now, I love big hooks. I always use oversized hooks. Now, this, like on this rig, my dropper setup that I make, these are the 11-aughts. Believe it or not, back home, I channel catfish with the 10-aughts. I've caught some 24-pound channel cats. I've actually caught channels on these big 11-aughts, these giant hooks right here. We get some big channel cats down there. Send it out. I'm actually glad we found a spot where the current's not so bad. I can actually anchor up real quick. And let's see. Yeah. Well, my thing is back when I lived in Mississippi, we hooked some catfish before that they have bent out some massive hooks. You know, my biggest fish, catfish wise, I've ever caught was a flathead. Was in Mississippi. It's 75 pounds. It was like 4.5 foot long. I can't. We didn't catch it on rod and reel, so I can't claim it as my biggest on rod and reel. But it's just my biggest ever. We caught it on a limb line, and we were using some stout hooks, and it liked to bent out those hooks. So I've hooked some stuff in the Mississippi River that just absolutely destroy 9 and 10-aught hooks. So from that point on, I've always used larger hooks, and I'll continue to use these big hooks. I use these same hooks shark fishing for my off the beach casting setups. Because in Florida they're legal. They're not offset. You know, I used to use the Team Catfish, but in Florida they're not legal anymore because it's saltwater for shark fishing because they're offset. These are all inline. Man, I'm hoping that one with the big bait gets hit. It probably won't get touched anytime soon, but man, that'd be cool. We got fresh baits out there now. Put this rig. Probably just gonna put it right here. Try to clean up some of this skipjack goo I got down here in the bottom of the boat. I don't know what I'm gonna do with y'all if I catch a big catfish. Usually I put him, long ways in the kayak. I'm gonna have to. While I'm dealing with him, I may have to hold y'all. I'm just gonna point y'all right at him. I don't care. I ain't worried about it being professional or unprofessional or whatever. I'm gonna point y'all right into the action, but I also don't want to lose y'all. See, a little skipjack stomach had a shad in it. That's what they were hitting last night when I was catching them, was little tiny shad. I got scales all in this boat. I'll just have to take a rag and wipe it down later. I'm gonna sit back and we're gonna wait for a few minutes. I'm gonna give it a little while. This is a good spot, but because the way it swishes around, you really, really got to sit here and wait a while because that smell's just going all over the place. I got some of my baits straight underneath me, and I got a couple casted off to either side, so we got a really good chance. Some other fishermen that I don't know personally, I just watch, they catch some really good catfish over here, a couple of 90 and 80 pounders from this exact spot. So phone's running out of power already. Well, I've been out here for a while though. Hey, y'all see? I don't know if y'all saw that, but that giant skipjack just got hit. I just seen that pole smack. I mean, it could be a channel cat picking at it, but the only other thing is it could be gar too. They're a problem right now. I've seen a ton of gar last couple of days. While I was motoring over here, there was a ton of them. Nah, Jay, we've had a bunch of bites. They haven't really got on the hook. I just put a bait out probably about this big. I put a whole skipjack out trying to swing for the fences, and the pole that I had it on just got hit just a couple seconds ago. I mean, if something takes that, that's going to be a big fish. I just don't understand. Like, normally this spot right here, I've already caught a bunch of fish. That weather change has really got things weird. I'm getting bites. I don't know if they're short striking or if it's just little guys, if it's little channel cats. What's up, Chad? I'm fishing in Tennessee right now in the Tennessee River. This is one of my favorite places to come catfish. This is just my first live stream. It hadn't really been very eventful, other than a few bites. If I don't catch some, I will be going live tonight with Mike, fishing with Big Mike. We're going to meet up. We're going to do some fishing together. He's a real cool dude. Most of y'all know him. Him and my boy Joe O'Chat Cats, man, both of them just know some big fish around here, I swear. Oh, man. I shouldn't have done it. I took off from work. I really need the money right now. But I couldn't stand it watching everybody fish. I had to get out. So I shot up here. I took off yesterday because I needed to get the bait for the whole weekend. And I caught probably 30 or 40 skipjack last night. They were super finicky at first, but once I figured them out, I got a whole cooler full behind me. That's going to last for today, tonight when I fish with Mike, and hopefully tomorrow. I just put that whole skipjack out, and it just got hit a second ago. I can't believe it's already got hit, but it didn't take it, so I don't know if it was a little guy picking at it. I keep watching it, hoping to see, but it's usually when you're not watching when it gets hit. So I'm just going to sit back and just chill with y'all. Let me see how strong the current is right here. Oh, yeah, see, it's much better. Out there, when I had the spot lock on trying to sit, it had this thing kicked up to like a 5, which is half the power of the battery to hold there. That's half the strength of the motor. It's about 1 here. So, I mean, it's barely using any power. The current's a lot better. Oh, good God. Oh, I'm going to get swamped again. Hey, y'all check this out. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. I'm just going to pick you up. Where's it at? You see that big old boat? I come out here today thinking I was going to have the river to myself. Usually Fridays aren't that bad. Nope. Man, boats nonstop getting swamped. That thing, even though he's going slow, usually it creates a huge wake. So we're gonna go on a ride here in a minute, y'all. Ooh. Man, I wish these boats would stop. Sorry, I'm trying to get y'all straightened back up. Sheesh. I waved all the people real quick. It ain't their fault. I'm the one out here in a little baby kayak. It's actually a big kayak. Y'all see Haz fishing his all the time. I think he's got a 136. Man, where y'all at, fish? Starting to make me sad. Yeah, hopefully next time I'm out in the kayak, y'all see me. I'll have another battery set up and an inverter, and I can have the phone charged. I can be out here for longer. What do y'all think? Should I try drifting that deep hole one more time? Hey, what's up, Muskrat? My first live stream, bud. How you doing? Had some good bites. They just hadn't taken the hook. I finally I finally got tired of playing around with them. I put a skipjack about that big out on a double hook rig just to see if we can swing for the fences. Here come them wakes. Hold y'all down a little bit. So many daggone boats out here today. It's going to be a struggle, too, because I'm coming back out tomorrow. Yeah, that deep spot's like 120 foot deep. I'm thinking about the last remainder of this power on the phone. Drifted through the deep spot again. I might drift this little area right here close to me. May not try to go as far. I might just kind of sit out here and just let it swish me around. I'm just going to move over, I think, just a little bit. Oh, man, yesterday was crazy. It was severe bad weather. I was fishing to catch these skipjack in the middle of a tornado warning, but I needed bait for this weekend. I couldn't hide. I had to get out there in it. Now today's the exact opposite. It's some clouds, but it feels good out here, too. Yeah, yesterday was rough. Big old storm come through when I was out there. It didn't last very long, though, which that's the good thing. Once it was gone, it was nice. All right, if I'm still here, that'd be cool. Come back to the live. I don't have a way to keep the phone charged, so it's starting to die. I've probably got another 20 or 30 minutes left of battery life, I would think. I'm going to be going live again tonight with Big Mike. And out there, I actually have an inverter and a battery and stuff, so it'll actually last for a while. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna leave this bait out. I'm just gonna drift it over. Yeah. Quit beeping. Let's go over here a little bit. Wouldn't that be something? I'm drifting this big skipjack and one of them giant stripes that I seen earlier come up and hit it. I'm right where they were hitting at. I'm gonna move over to this back side of the swish. Any luck? I had a bunch of hits, man. They're whacking the crap out of it, but they're not taking. I don't know if it's little channel cats or what. Normally this spot I catch big fish. So I'm just letting it. Oh, I lose power to you. There we go. Joker banged so hard it rocked itself. ahead and reel this up real quick. I'm just going to let it straighten itself, and then I'll drop it back down. Is that the same big boat, or is that a different boat coming back? Man, I just can't win today. Appreciate it. I need the luck therapy. Yeah, it'll be cool fishing with old Mike. I've actually met him before in person. He was pretty cool, but I didn't really know him. I was talking to Joe or Chat Cats, and he was telling me, you ought to get with Mike and fish. I was like, yeah, well, you know. But then watching his live streams, I was like, oh, man, he's actually pretty cool. Check it out. This is the bait that I'm putting out there. Is it a choppy video? Sorry. Yeah, it's pretty weak. One good thing, if I do catch anything good, I'm gonna film on my GoPro too, so you could come back and watch the actual video. Oh man, I'm in that deep water again right here. I threw that bait out, and it's just straight up and down right now. Just gonna let that big skip deck sit right there. For the next few minutes, y'all, we're just gonna sit here and try. I'll probably end the live stream in about 5 or 10 minutes or so, just so I can save enough battery to get me back to the hotel. If I don't get something right here, I'm probably not going to get nothing in this area. I'm going to have to move further upstream, and when I do, I'll make a YouTube video with my camera. But then y'all see a live stream again tonight. Hey, if y'all like the channel, if any of y'all are new to the channel, please subscribe if you enjoy fishing. I can definitely use the subscribers. I talked to Big Mike. Me and him are going to work together a little bit, I think. Try to help each other grow, which, like I said, he don't need too much help. That joker's growing leaps and bounds every day. Yeah. Put this bait straight down. Yeah, this is a deep spot right here. I'm on the back side of that 120-foot hole. This spot right here is probably, I don't know, it's probably over 100. I feel some structure down there too. And this one, I'm going to throw it out behind the boat a good way. See if we can't catch any coming by. Sheesh, it's deep right here. That's why I like it, though. It's the beginning of the gorge. That gorge is where they caught those couple of 100-pound cats last year. But this kayak can't handle that area. I got to have a gas motor. I ever get it figured out where I could put a gas motor on this bad boy, y'all see me down there. Consistency, yeah, I know it. I'll be doing a lot of lives now that Mike told me how to go live. I'm gonna be doing it back home on my own river. We won't catch as many giant cats as we will up here, but we'll be catching fish. And of course, when I go shark fishing off the beach, I'll be going live. I'll be doing a live video of that too. And that's cool. That's catfishing with teeth. Almost. I'm not quite up that way. I'm almost there though. I actually want to take my kayak back up there to Raccoon Mountain and try. That looks neat. Back home is Columbus, Georgia. I fish on the Chattahoochee River. We have flatheads and stuff, but you got to go down our river good ways before you get into like the big giant blue cats and stuff. I think 30 pounds was like the biggest I seen anybody catch last year. All right, I'm gonna make it count right here for the last of the live stream. I just don't know. This weather's killing it. Usually I would have already had 2 or 3 decent sized fish. I feel bad for my first live stream. I haven't had anything but just a few bites. If I catch anything good after I end the live stream, I'll do a community post. Any of y'all that are subscribed, you'll see the fish. But right now, it's looking like a fish might be a miracle. What's up, small town? No, Columbus, Georgia. I was curious when you said that the other night. You're like, you're not that far away. I'm like, I'm a little ways away. It's funny, the best hit we've had so far was that giant skipjack I have out. I just wish he'd have took it. It seemed like they're just playing with the bait, like they're just pecking at it. I don't know what's up with that. This weather's just got them a little bit finicky or what. It's a slow bite today, but this that time of year when if you get a bite, a lot of times it's a big joker. That's why I know the bites that I got earlier, they couldn't have been that big. Just for the simple fact that they would have swallowed these baits. I'm gonna try throwing this one downstream. Got plenty of baits up underneath me. I need one out away from me. buddy. Sink, sink, sink. It's ridiculous how deep this spot is, which is what surprises me. Normally, this is the bread and butter spot right here. I've been noticing everybody's been struggling a little bit the last couple of days, though. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not a bad distance. I mean, I traveled 4 to get here. Where I live at is exactly 4 hours to here and 4 hours to Panama City, where I start fishing. And the big boat is coming back upstream. I just can't win, y'all. I wish if it would come by, it would make the fish bite. That'd be great.